aller dans le canyon.
These mutants took this canyon we were shown.
Hell yeah, fucking right. There aren't many paths leading to mutant valleys that are safe from the sun. We'll find them.
If these roads are safe passage, why haven't they arrived yet? Perhaps desert mirages got the best of it. Wait, did you see... Oh no, just my imagination.
Not a bad point, Crazy. But the road's never completely safe. We could have met some hungry beasts. And not too many people have a contingency plan for a flight of jellyfish or pack of mantas.
For a successful escape, the breakout is just half the battle. The other half is diligence. It is likely that they moved slowly and decided to stop and hide at nightfall, so I am not worried. But a little help never hurt anyone. See anything, Amelia?
Nope, but we're still far from that place you showed us. My baby's fast, but it doesn't go the fucking speed of light.
One must muster quite a bit of courage to escape from a city, only to risk it all in the desert, defenseless while soldiers are in hot pursuit, or have already suffered greatly.
I wonder how long they chase after them once they've left the cities. Most people think it's impossible to survive in the desert. So wouldn't they figure they could let the desert do their dirty work for them?
I hope no one was wounded. Blood attracts creatures of all sorts, predators that'll pounce on the weak.
From? A work camp, farther north. You wonder how they managed to get here on foot?
Must have been a long and dangerous trip.
It was indeed. But my people knew that, for them, it was either freedom or death. And the path to freedom is paved with graves.
Qui êtes-vous, jeunes gens?
The day is rising. They must find a place to rest, and this cave is perfect to hide them from both the men and father's son.
What this cave has, he has a bad feeling. There's danger here, from the moment he wakes to...
No, we've already met and defeated danger, overcome it together. So he must stop behaving like a slave. Come!
Oh là là.
Move away! Don't be afraid. Scum sent me from Mutant Valley to protect you.
Quelle arnaque ce jeu, mais quelle arnaque. Alors. J'ai vraiment du mal à l'esquiver.
The day is right.
Allez là! Bon, quoi que je fasse, il me casse les couilles en fait. Hein. Casse les couilles. Hein. Ah d'accord, il n'y a plus de points après. L'arnaque. Bon, il y a que 9 points. Il se fait baiser. Donc là, ça doit être pareil. Voilà comment se faire baiser en 2 secondes.
We're almost to Mutant Valley.
You have our thanks, man.
Call me Zachariah.
Then you have our thanks, Zachariah. We will not forget what you have done for us. We must hurry.
Just in time. That toad could have done some serious damage.
Ugh, I think I'm gonna hurl.
But this is rather quite fascinating. Did you know that the lichen on its back is not merely a parasite? Well, maybe you would. Anyway, they actually have a symbiotic relationship.
Yeah, now I'm definitely gonna hurl.
Thank the moons. We were able to save them. I don't know if they could have survived without our help. Scum will be happy to see they made it. The gates of Mutant Valley will open wide for you this day.
I'm antsy to get to town. I'm getting tired of spending night.
Oh, I'm sorry. Would you like me to bump you up to...
No. But even you have to admit, it'd be nice to go to the bathroom.
I'm anxious to meet Scum. He's quickly becoming a legend around these parts. Some people in Noctis talk about him like he's some kind of messiah.
Yes, he has lived most of his life at Camp 19, but he has shown great wisdom since his arrival, and he is quite the speaker.
Zachariah!
If you have a minute, can we talk? What's this about? Thanks to you and Scott, I got my abilities back. Doesn't make me a Technomancer though, does it? Doesn't make me... And I know you all go through a lot of training together, which I never had. Everything I know was picked up from an old renegade Technomancer who showed me some of the basics. But I'm tired of being on the outside. I just want to belong.
You're right, Andrew. Maybe it is time to initiate.
How painful is it?
Guess you'll see. He obviously can't use the old sight anymore, so you'll need some imagination.
Alors attends. Elle est au dôme perdu. Ça fume ça. Ouais, tu vas te faire fuir. Attends, on va créer des spawns quand même parce que je commence à galérer avec ça.
Why do you bring me here?
My master brought me to a dome like this when I became a Technomancer. It was full of relics, collected by generations of Technomancers from Abundance. There were old consoles there that would allow me to listen to the old recordings, discussions, musings of the settlers, and a little view of their life. The dome doesn't exist anymore. There's not much left of what we used to be. But I want that knowledge to last, so I want to tell you what I learned from my master Sean, before a mantis destroyed all the knowledge that was there.
All right.
Ah, je suis tout seul avec Andrew? Comment ça se fait? J'ai pris une échappe pourtant. On va se faire fumer, hein. Tiens, les coffres chelous.
This whole box is of odd stuff. It's like a museum exhibit and a looter's dream. But I still have no clue what these plates are for. They look denser than my former master. What was your master like?
He was quiet and kept to himself, but over time we still managed to grow close. He hated how Technomancers were treated in abundance, dreamed of freedom. He seemed calm, cool and collected, but on the inside, he was all rebel. He couldn't stand taking orders, which never goes down well.
Miss him?
No matter how many times you're told, or how well you know that one day you're going to be separated from your parents or masters, it never makes it easier when it finally happens. And it's only harder when you have no one else to really guide you. Technomancers are my family, but Sean was like my father.
It was probably hard for him too. I got a feeling I would have liked him if I'd ever had the chance to know him. This whole box is of odd stuff. It's like a museum exhibit and a looter's dream. I still have no clue what these plates are for. They look denser than my master.
There was a pitch-black circular room with a console in the middle. When I started it up, flickering bluish images appeared. A doctor examining a man. The man had apparently undergone a mutation that allowed him to generate a massive electrical charge. He was the first Technomancer, Andrew.
So you're saying you and I are...
Afflicted with a specific mutation that the settlers were studying. It's why they created our gear. You, who has witnessed the secret with your own eyes, who, in your heart, knows the knowledge that he bears is true, and has understood that this knowledge could cast our kind into an endless pit of despair. As you drink the sap of the world, the water that feeds our lives, abandon who you thought you were, and now become our brother, Andrew Mancer. Together, we've shared the water and secret. Now, swear to forever protect the knowledge of the Earth, and dedicate your life to finding it again, to defend and protect our secret, even if you must sacrifice your life to do so.
I swear I will.
Then, welcome, brother. Hey.
Hey, back.
Je l'ai initié.
Zach. How are you?
Hello, Amelia.
Hey. Hey back.
My dear angel.
Hello, Phobos.
Hello, Zachariah.
Zachariah! You...
Bon. On va rentrer.
Praise to the Shadow. You are here. I was getting worried about you.
What's going on, scum?
Kane is moving to take power. He came with dozens of followers, killed many who stood in his way, threatened to do the same to countless more. As for you and I, Phobos, I promise that he has already planned our deaths.
Zachariah, it is not my life I worry for. He will kill any and all who stand against him. He will wipe out human cities, destroying those with little more than sticks and rocks to defend themselves. Blood will drench this planet.
And I'm sure all our names are probably topping the list. And we better make a move before it's too late.
Look around.
Human everyone.
Ah, now you look like a promising client. If you have serum, you have promise, and I have...
Ça je peux pas, ça je peux pas. J'ai pas déjà un casque de munitions. Ouais, c'est de la merde. C'est ce que je me disais.
Ah, now you look like... Tous les casques qui sont nazes en fait. Bon. Acheter des casques qui servent à rien. Ah, now you look like...
Ah non, j'avais déjà vendu, c'est vrai. Oh, on va vendre des mines. Ah, attends, tu me caches.
Ah, now you look like a promising...
Ah, voilà, j'ai pas regardé les... Merde. Pourtant non, pourtant non, pourtant non, pourtant non.
Ah, now you look like a promising client.
Merde. Choisi. Dégâts niveau 4. Utilisons 3. Faut que j'aille chercher l'autre. pourquoi on est amélioré à fond. Ensuite, une armure. Là, je voulais voir ce que ça faisait. C'est de la merde. Hein. Elle est stylée, mais c'est un peu de la merde. Protège de rien du tout. Ah, c'était comme ça. Je l'ai amélioré son pistolet à fond, elle. Oh, c'était comme ça. C'est pas vraiment flagrant, hein, les améliorations, les trucs et tout. tantôt et un pistolet c'était 10 euros. Il faut le convaincre, au moins.
Hey.
Hello. How are you?
Someone told me about you, so I wanted to come say thanks. Your instructions helped me.
I'm just happy you got there in time. We would have helped ourselves, but feared letting humans know free mutants roam around.
Don't blame you. You see what led to all of that? By the time I got there, they tortured my friend, and the Technomancer in charge was leaving.
Found himself surrounded by the Technomancer and his soldiers, who wanted to know where they could find a man named Zachariah. You, I suppose.
What did he tell him?
Not the answer you are scared he gave. He said nothing of your location. Instead, he told this other Technomancer that he knew who he was, but it did not seem to matter. The question was asked again. This time your friends... That is when they began to beat him, and he began to scream for mercy. Mercy that would not come, even as he screamed that he could do something for them. The violence only grew. That is when we ran to warn Dandolo. What he was offering to do for them, I do not know. He never said. But it did not matter anyway. All they wanted to know was where you were. Nothing else to them mattered. The torture lasted.
Thanks. And thank you for going to Dandolo.
Of course.
Scott, thanks for coming. Please have a seat. I'm just trying to understand something.
Ah, a scientific query. Let us engage.
No, not quite. I just wanted to understand what you were doing with Alan under that shadow path. A couple mutants saw you and said you told Alan that you knew what he was, and that you could do... Of course, the jackass didn't give a damn. All he wanted to know was where we were. But what the hell were you trying to do, Scott?
Do? I wasn't doing. I was doing something, but not what... There are opportunities in life. He might have become an ally, a great Technomancer. Even if you're not friends, he could...
Scott, you gotta be straight with me. Those guys are ready to kill you over this.
Straight like an arrow, yes, like a line. The shortest point between... I am sorry you find yourself on the run. I had hope.
All I want to know is why you told him you knew what he was.
Perhaps you've had a hunch, or caught wind from wherever such winds come from, but I now know. Technomancy stems from mutation. We, of course, refrain from such potential pollution of real humans, and just the knowledge of such things. My hope, though, was that such knowledge might scare Alan into supporting your cause. You see?
And what was this ability that you were talking about?
Just whimsy. A daydream, perhaps. Trying to remind him of my skills. Medical. Scientific. The idea of being discarded into a lawless city. If he remembered my worth, perhaps?
I don't know what the hell you were thinking, Scott. But what's done is done.
Bon, j'ai foiré. Ah, c'est ça.
Hey.
Hello.
Someone...
Don't worry. Found him.
What did he tell...
Not the answer. That is when. What he...
Thanks.
Of course.
Scott, thanks for coming. Please have... Of course, the jackass didn't give a damn.
Do?
Charles told me about his research, what he discovered. I know you read it and know our secret. That you know exactly what we are. And that you were about to tell...
I believed... Who would guess he would be so stupid as to not listen to all I had? It is a rather laborious story, some of which you know, some of which it was 17 years ago, with our corporate, my son, my flesh and blood son. I loved that child, cherished him like nothing else. But my works as the best geneticist in abundance, I ensconced myself in research of its genome, discovering its mutation, and I heard whispers of tests. So, my friend, Mark, delivered me to a distant city, remote, nearly unlivable. I stayed there, poring through their documents until one day, I uncovered their work on a thing.
It modified the human body's electrical production.
Precisely. Technomancers are the result of a controlled genetic manipulation. Mutations instigated to protect us from more erratic mutations created by the radiation. A discovery But first, I needed test subjects. So I volunteered to heal children in the slums. Found 2 young boys there.
Andrew and me.
Yes, yes. Your abilities were gained thanks to my experiments, but that was not all that was gained. I had proof that I could replicate the therapy. And from there, well, I secured a research budget from the military, who in turn assured me they would return my son. But for him, it was too late. The experiment failed to help him. And to the military, because I could not yet reveal what I knew, as I knew not yet what you were to become. So, only... And when Andrew's death came, you, Zachariah, became my only chance for success. My only chance to regain my past until you finally became a Technomancer. My success. A chance for me to win back my approval. Glory within abundance. I would be by seeing Alan. I had hoped to fix that. That they might take you back, and in turn, I might... Madness. Madness. Forgive me.
Leave me alone.
Ah, là, ça a marché. Ah. Bon, barrez-vous, barrez-vous. Bon, on va explorer un peu. Sans doute pour après ça. On va faire le tour.
This isn't a good time to just hang around here. This isn't a good time to just hang around here.
Bon. Aïe. Mon œil terrasse. Ah bah, va dessus là.
The human everyone talks about. May I? Can we speak? Please.
Hi. You wanted to talk?
I did. Yes, I did. I've heard many people say, even though you are human, you're a good person. Many say that without you, they would still be in the pen.
Depends. What do you need help with?
Yes, well, we need weapons. To have any hope of helping our brothers held captive, we must be armed. I was given orders to arm a squad, but I have nothing to arm them with. And in Noctis, such things are far too expensive for us. But since I was told you travel, if...
I can try. Sure I could get my hands on some in Ophir somewhere.
Thank you. Yes, I'm sure... You're back, so soon. Were you able to find us weapons?
Not yet.
C'est quoi des pistolets robustes? Parce que attends... Bon, c'est pas que je veux pas, mais... Bon. C'est pas ce que j'ai.
You're back, so soon.
As promised, should be enough to get you going.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I know I've already asked you for a lot, but they are not used to fighting. Is there any way you could give them a lesson? Just a...
Sure. Why not? I'll try nothing.
Ils vont me fumer les mecs. Ça a pas fait peur.
One of my ostriches is limping. I think she's hurt.
Have you tried applying a lichen bandage? I've heard it works wonders.
Only if you dip it into manta drool first. The lichen dresses the wounds. Don't put anything on it. It just acts as a dirt barrier.
Ah, I see. Thanks for the advice. I'll gather up the ingredients and fix her up. She's my little baby. To stop potential disruptions to the bloodbath they have prepared. I know of another way in, though. Follow me.
Ouais, je l'ai trouvé, je crois, ton accès. Hein. Quand tu me disais, ouais, tu peux pas...
Your brother
Ouais.
Kane has lost his mind. He wishes to set up a regime built upon fear, yet he suffered from something similar. He should understand that what he wants couldn't be achieved using violent means.
I don't think he's too worried about his allies or the consequences of his actions. He only cares for power and the methods to gain it.
Je fouille, hein. On va aller me battre contre lui.
Ah, look what we have here. The fool who believed he was a more worthy chief than me. It is now my way or no way. Follow me, or follow death.
Will you never change, Kane? Is your only path the one stained with blood, paved with hate? The same hate destroying your own people. Look around. This valley was once filled with peace, but is now filled with gravestones. You cannot continue to lead our people down this road.
You have gone too far, Kane. Fight someone your own size.
Je vois rien. Il a combien de vie le mec? Ah non, c'est Kane de tout à l'heure, sur qui je me bats, d'accord. Mais il est con, ce jeu.
Do not kill him. Even if his heart pumps with pure hatred, spilling it makes us no better than he. It ensures more blood will follow. Please, be better than he is.
Scum. If I were as good as you, I would not be me. And that is all I can be. One cannot continue to trim a weed that will not stop growing and spreading its seeds. One must rip it out by the roots. He will start wars among us, or between us. He cannot live another breath.
Je sais pas quoi faire. On va sauvegarder. Bon, si je l'arrête.
Scum's a good guy. All he wants is peace. The Valley needs someone like him to lead them. Even if I think Phobos would be a better choice in other ways.
Very kind of you to say, Nisha.
Not being kind, I'm being honest. Your people will have to fight to free your brothers and win the right to live free among the corporations. I don't think he's got it in him to lead your people into battle. That's all.
Juste pour voir qu'est-ce que ça fait de le tuer. Le mettre en prison c'est pas mal, mais le tuer pour voir.
Scum's a good guy. All he wants is peace. The Valley needs someone like him to lead them. Even if I think Phobos would be a better choice in other ways.
Very kind of you to say, Nisha.
Not being kind, I'm being honest. Your people will have to fight to free your brothers and win the right to live free among the corporations. I don't think he's got it in him to lead your people into battle. That's all.
Non, c'est mieux en fait. De le mettre en prison. Je préfère. Je vais nommer Phobos chef de la ville de Mutant.
Scum's a good guy. All he wants is peace. The Valley needs someone like him to lead them. Even if I think Phobos would be a better choice in other ways.
Very kind of you to say, Nisha.
Not being kind, I'm being honest. Your people will have to fight to free your brothers and win the right to live free among the corporations. I don't think he's got it in him to lead your people into battle. That's all.
As de Kane. Pantalon de Kane. C'est de la merde, le pantalon. Et les bottes aussi, c'est de la merde. Donc là, on va l'équiper sur un Phobos, mais tout en lui gardant ses trucs.
Zachariah, you are living proof that our people can live in harmony. You have helped us enormously, but now I believe it is time to make a decision.
We must present a chief to the Assembly.
The time for speaking, I am afraid, is dwindling. If our internal quarrels give rise to conflict within our own, we need someone to unite us. We must walk as one race, place differences aside.
Then it should be you. There is no mutant who lacks respect for you. And unlike Cain, your leadership will not spill blood.
As a strategist, though, you are greatly respected as well. Perhaps it is you who should run.
Ah mais non, moi je veux Phobos, moi. Il faut bosser avec moi. Bon bah... Font chier, hein, GG. J'ai l'impression que c'est une décision très importante. Bon, allez.
I know it may not be my place to give an opinion, but I think that it makes sense for you to be chief, Scum. You inspire them, and that's what they need.
Perhaps you are correct, Zachariah. Though the fear of needing to be not just a chief, but a strategist that must lead a charge to free our brothers, I do not know. But we shall see what my people have to say.
My love and support are yours, Scum. I will continue on with Zachariah until he finds peace, but I will come back to help you once it is done.
Humbly he stands before you. Once we spoke like this, remember? When we were bound in our chains. But that's behind us. And today, myself, Scum, in this valley that is ours, can finally say, I! Then such freedom was bought with blood of our fallen brothers. Hear me when I speak these words. I also have the belief that our found freedom must be shared. And for that reason, let us rise, but with no violence, without freedom taken by crushing down those who, too, were once our brothers. So might we all be brothers someday, even those who once bathed in our humiliation. In my dreams, I see a planet where mutants and men live together, break bread together, bear witness as their kin play together. Let us not create adversaries with wrath, or become the cruelty once shown to us. Instead, let us show mercy, and in that mercy, let there lie our road to peace. And with the Shadow's mercy, may this dream of freedom and equality spread across the surface of our planet.
Zachariah, we must talk.
About what?
This is your safe house. The ASC could not reach you here, correct?
That's the hope.
But consider this. Even if Victor cannot reach you here, how many times has he tried to impede you, to track you? You've already had to escape from his grasp twice. Perhaps the time has come to be less passive, to gather your allies and take the offensive for once. Word of the power he accumulates in the People's Assembly of Abundance is terrifying. I speak not of violence, but perhaps of some other way to bring him down. With all that you have done for so many, I am certain many would be more than willing to come to your aid, and even more invigorated when that aid will bring such a tyrant to his knees. You have our support, the Technomancers, and any others you can gather. And from the great heights to which he has climbed, the fall will be tremendous. He will not recover.
Maybe you're right. Maybe it is time to take the offensive.
I know you were looking forward to a break, but he's got a point. Consider what you're after. Talk to Dandolo. Pick his brain. Even though he isn't an Ophir, he has a lot of resources, and most importantly, politics is his element. At the same time, you need to tread carefully. He hates crooks so much that if you suddenly decide to ask Anton Rogue for help, Dandolo surely won't want to give you the time of day. Have to admit, I'm not even sure if I could stand the idea of an alliance with the Vori.
Ah, et les Vori, ils vont pas m'aider, ça c'est sûr. Hein. Je suis pas ami avec eux. Ils sont suspicieux. Ah, je peux peut-être essayer de les convaincre, mais ça va être chaud. Hein. Au moins 3. Bon, on va faire ceux qui sont le plus proches déjà. On va faire les opposants, Vori... On va demander l'armée. Stian Noctis, Technomancer. On va faire les opposants et Vori. Du coup, comme il est resté avec moi, ah bah,
Zachariah.
What's going on?
You probably remember that someone turned in my mother. She was one of our backers in Ophir. Without her, our plans to smuggle out our brothers are quite impossible to happen. And then there was Kane's attack while we were about to seal the deal with that Aurora official. Someone turned us to our enemies once again. This can't be sheer coincidence. Someone is trying to... Beyond the fact that what happened to my mother deserves vengeance, I must stop the one who is behind those betrayals, or he will end up making our young...
Are you thinking of someone in particular? Maybe Kane's men? After all, he did step in to scuttle the negotiations with the merchant.
No. Only a few people knew my plans, and even fewer my mother's identity. Especially not Kane. I don't have a name, unfortunately, and that's why I'm asking for your assistance. It's probably someone close. Someone who lived in Ophir with a good excuse to travel to Noctis often. You're good at...
All right. I guess that we could learn more about that traitor by talking to the Valley people.
Thank you, Zachariah.
Hello, Phobe.
Hello, Zachariah.
My dear...
Zachariah!
Hey. Hey, back.
Hi, Zach. How are you?
Hello, Amelia.
Ah, attends. On va demander à lui, là. Tant que j'y suis, hein. On va pas... Attends, j'avais pas un truc à lui donner à Andrew, je crois. Ah non, c'est le même. D'accord, j'ai acheté 2 fois le même. Quel con.
Greetings, Zachariah.
I think it's time I answered Victor's constant attacks. I'm gonna need help, though.
That's what family is for, Zachariah. We are family, united by the mutual suffering inflicted by Victor. Greetings, Zachariah.
Ok, c'est bon. Oh, ça, c'était là. n'y a pas des coffres.
Hi there. You know Phobe?
I should hope so. It was him who freed me from the mine I was for.
You are welcome. I hope we will all be free
Someone tried to sabotage his plans. Maybe the mutants who used to be close to him. The ones that went to Ophir and Noctis.
Whether they went to Ophir or Noctis, I do not know. But I have heard the two of your right hands, Seth and Deimos, hold a grudge against you for abandoning them. And Seth, I have heard, has grown close.
In Mutant Valley?
No, not there. We saw them for a short time.
Thank you.
Look around, please.
I'm looking for mutants that may have been in both Ophir and Noctis.
There are many. Before settling in the valley, most mutants from Ophir passed.
Any of them still go back to Noctis regularly? Any that might have been close?
Fewer than many, for sure. Why? Are you still watching us? Think we still belong?
Stop. Don't do that. My friend here is only trying to help me with a personal issue. One of our own, I believe. Sabotage missions we took on to try and help Mutant Valley.
So, someone with...
But they wouldn't have known about Phobos's...
Then someone from Kane's clan who was once close to Phobos. His friends Deimos and Seth may fit that bill. Can you let me return to my work now?
Goodbye, then.
Of course.
Merde, je crois que ça va faire une petite sieste d'abord. Alors d'amour. Ah, d'accord.
Please, son, let me live. I did nothing.
You betrayed your people. Never stopped being a slave. Supporting Phobos, who is more human than mutant. You deserve to die!
Seth, please! Allow me to take shelter.
Seth, it is you who are the traitor. If your hate for me is so great, let Deimos go and come after me. Let your rage be fulfilled.
Thank you. Thank you for helping. I thought that was the end. Why?
Why what? Why did I turn in your mother? Ruin your plans with that man from Aurora? Because you Phobos are a traitor. Closer to your human mother than to us. Your own kind. I thought cutting that cord might pull you back to us. I was wrong. Even now, you leave us to go with that human. For what? Well, idiots like Deimos dote on you. Defend you. Swear you have had your reasons. Cain may be savage, but at least he knew where his loyalties lay. Remembers what we all went through.
Does your hatred have no end, Seth? Does the cancer still spread through you?
It's my turn to ask, why, Phobos? Why did you abandon me?
Ah, si je l'avais laissé chef, j'aurais même pas pu être ami avec lui. Putain. Donc, du coup, maintenant... Alors, attends. Compétence... Ouais, une sorte de fluide. Ah putain, même lui c'est pareil, putain. Bon bah nique ta mère. J'ai envie de te dire. Je vais plus jamais évoluer, voilà. Je vais rester faible. Si je me l'enlève le casque. Bon bah, ça sert plus à rien. On pourrait le mettre, point max que tu peux dépenser, point max que tu peux... voilà. Décolle le monde en jeu. Donc en fait tu peux améliorer que 2 arbres et un tout petit peu de trucs. Je suis baisé. Peut-être lui qu'on a plus besoin. Bon, on va lui équiper le casque de soldat, lui. Hein. Ou casque sauvage. Non, casque de soldat. Je crois qu'il les classe avec le casque sauvage. Machete. On fera la ville des mutants et puis on va se séparer de tout ce que je ne peux pas m'équiper. De tout ce que je ne pourrai jamais m'équiper. Là je suis déçu là. Je suis déçu. Moi je crois que je vais aller à Noctis, c'est mieux. Ah putain, il y en a. Bon. On a un qui a une mission à me confier.
We're lucky that scum in Phobos managed to stop Kane. That crazy zealot would have led us to the grave.
Nisha c'est fait en dos.
Hi.
Zachariah,
I heard you escaped. How'd you do?
Through a very sad and beautiful story. Sad because of the lives such success cost. Beautiful for the outcome. Factories of pain and sadness. Mutants are harassed by fellow inmates and guards alike. Beaten, mistreated, forced to... One day, one of my people had fallen from exhaustion. I tried to stop a guard from hitting him. Understand, I am not violent. Rioting soon had become the only solution. We never had the thought of running away, only the need to show we would not live in those conditions.
You remember his name?
Yes, Roy Temperance. He had a boy. Innocence, I believe. They give us tools to defend ourselves. But the key to our escape came with the death of the camp's administrator.
A soldier?
A Technomancer. Placed there by his superiors for disobeying orders, from what I understood.
Yeah, I knew Sean. He was my master. He was growing tired of the path Abundance was taking, and he probably said it one too many times.
I am sorry, Zachariah. Even if his death made way for...
I'm looking for work. You need help with it?
Our nation is just beginning. There is enough work for 1 billion men. For example, an old, worn-down pump at one of our artesian... And where it is, a creature lurks. If you could, get rid of the creature and make the repairs. You may need a good mechanic, unless you're able to repair it on your own.
Let me see what I can do. Door's blocked on the other side. Gotta find another path.
Putain, faut faire tout le tour encore. En jeu, je vais tester un truc. D'accord. Quand je suis surchargé, je peux toujours utiliser une attaque. C'est bien ça. Oh là là, putain. C'est casse-couille avec cet ennemi là. Non, me dis pas qu'il va se recharger ce bâtard. Putain. Ah, tout à l'heure, il n'y avait rien dedans. Assommoir plombé. Ah la casque d'assaut. Putain. Oh mais ils sont relous dans ce jeu en fait. J'aurais pu le dire avant franchement. Il fallait faire que de la force et du technomancer parce que... Voilà. Il a dit qu'il fallait un bon artisan. Donc, hop.
Found the well and pump. It's beat to hell though. Gonna take a lot of materials to get it going again. Definitely can't replace it. Or maybe... there are similar types of equipment in the generators used by the cities. Gotta be one in Ophir and Noctis, even if the folks there aren't gonna be happy about ruining their machines.
Mhm.
I'm pleased Scum was chosen. He has already proven he can lead our people. And his speech was so
Allez, c'est parti. Merde. Si, c'est bon. Parce que là là, machette ici. D'accord. C'est bon. Là, alors. Wassalam. Voilà. Bouclier d'élite. Hop. On va regarder un. Un peu de place, ça fait du bien. Ouais, ça sert à rien, je pourrais jamais être force 5. On va améliorer les gants de grand maître. Ah, j'ai pas assez de pièces électriques. Putain. Bon, on va pas les évoluer maintenant. Hein. Je pourrais aller acheter des pièces. Ouais. Ouais, je vais aller faire ça. Acheter des pièces pour l'améliorer.
Ah, now you...
Bon, il me reste juste à prendre Amélia. Ça, je m'en fous. Merde. Oh, des cons, quand même. Et puis rien à foutre maintenant.
Ah,
Non, avec classe supérieure, et puis on sera tranquille. Attends.
ah, now you...
J'ai l'impression que je vais pas pouvoir améliorer mes armes. Pas pouvoir avoir les armes niveau 5 et 4, donc on va se faire foutre, hein. Achat. Ça m'achète. Arrête de te connecter, de déconnecter. Après c'était Faubourg. Voilà. Je vais lui parler et puis après je vais voler la pièce.
Zachariah.
I need allies to fight Victor.
Then you came to the right place. The bastard came to our doorstep and threatened us. Sent thugs to capture one of our own who came in peace. The time's come to bring Victor down. You not only have me on your side.
Ah bon? Et j'ai pas... Ah, je demande à tout le monde de me rejoindre, t'es fou toi quoi? Attends, je peux leur voler leurs pièces. Noctis -1. Donc. Ça va, je suis toujours amical avec eux. Parce que j'ai peur que si je vais chez Ophir, ce soit l'opposition qui soit pas à combat. Et comme je suis simplement bonne en relation avec eux, je préfère pas. On va demander le soutien d'Elisa d'abord. Après Anton et Bulgakov. Non, Bulgakov et Anton. Parce que je pense que Anton et Bulgakov sont pas amis en fait. T'arrases la pute toi là. Je me faire changer. Je crois qu'il y a une ennemie. Bon, juste pour les vendre ou pour les disloquer là. Ah d'accord, là ils m'ont vu. Ah ouais, c'est génial. Oh là là, mais ça m'énerve, putain. Eh, ça casse les couilles. Hein. Ah, nique ta mère. Ce qui m'énerve le plus, c'est les mecs qui arrivent à esquiver tes attaques. Or cas où je dois essayer de la convaincre.
Captain, good to see you. I know this will sound crazy, but I need your help. The armies. I think I've come up with a way to turn the assembly against Victor, but for it to...
That's not crazy, Zach. He's out of control. Something the army always remembers a good soldier's loyalty. Sure as hell can't help you officially, but we'll do anything we can for you under the table.
J'aime pas les jeux où tu peux pas améliorer tes personnages à fond. Qui fait le jeu à fond, quoi. C'est... Bon, c'est pour ça que j'ai une équipe diverse. Un mec balèze et une meuf qui empoisonne, parce que... Oh ta mère, c'est pas ça que je voulais que tu fasses. Ils ont tellement un comportement imprévisible. L'autre elle est sur le point de t'attaquer. Après, non, elle s'arrête brutalement. Elle sort son pistolet et tire dessus. Frédégonde. Ah voilà, le mec il s'est retourné et il me tire dessus. D'accord, il me tirait pas dessus. Hein. Le mec il s'est retourné et hop. On va aller voir Bulgakov. Oh là là, mais putain, putain, j'en ai marre. L'autre il sort son pistolet, mais de nulle part.
You know, if the rebels ever found a way to actually be heard, they could do a lot of good for Abundance. But that's not gonna happen today. And if you team up with them, the doors are gonna close real quick in your face. The army's afraid of them. So I doubt your captain's gonna want to help you anymore if you're working with them. I don't know what the right choice is, though. It's not just about overthrowing Victor, but also doing the best thing for Abundance's future, too.
T'aurais dû me le dire avant, connasse. Mais quelle bande de bouffons dans ce jeu, hein. Ils peuvent pas le dire avant, si vous vous alliez à lui, vous pourrez pas vous allier à lui. C'est tellement compliqué de le faire. Puis voilà, ça me fait chier, j'en ai marre. Conditions Zarbi, t'es même pas au courant à l'avance.
Hello there, Zachariah. What do I owe the pleasure?
Well, now that you're asking, with Victor and the ASC after me, my only options are to keep running or retaliate. To retaliate, though, I need some help.
I know you're right. No, it's a worthy war you'll wage. Now I owe you. But I can't risk joining with you, Zachariah. Don't know you well enough to trust you with my life. Or the lives of my men. I am sorry. And, despite all that, I wish you the best. Wish you success. For our sake, and yours.
No hard feelings. Had to ask. Goodbye.
Mais je sais pas comment on l'obtient, hein, le soutien. Bon. Allez vous faire enculer, hein. Tous autant que vous êtes. Le mec, je fais tout ce qu'on me demande. Je veux pas m'allier avec toi parce que j'ai peur. Ah, niquez vos mères. Oh, ils sont de retour, ils cassent les couilles, hein.
They exploit the poor, force corruption, and always try to get their greedy little fingers into every part of the planet. Plus, you know damn well Dandolo won't take an alliance with anyone who works with them. And honestly, imagine if we win. How much power would Anton Rogue walk away with?
Ouais, donc on va re-sauvegarder. Si jamais ça me plaît pas, on peut pas, bon, tant mieux.
Mr. Mancer.
If I'm gonna destabilize Colonel Victor, I'm gonna need...
Then you better keep looking, Mr. Mancer. Unfortunately, the allies you've already made aren't folks I consider or want.
Très bien.
I gotta go.
Then go.
Me faire enculer. Allez tous vous faire enculer. Par balance, par balance. Ouais, bah c'est bien, vas-y, continue, bah, continue. Ouverture d'anus, hein. J'en avais plus rien à foutre. Ils ont une façon de t'attaquer, les mecs au pistolet, c'est... Mec, c'est des tireurs d'élite. Hein. T'as beau bouger, la balle, elle vient quand même vers toi. Hein. Elle est autoguidée. Donc les marchands, les mutants et les technomancers. Mais c'est bon là, putain. Mais casse-couilles ce jeu, mais casse-couilles. Hein. Ah, attends, tout ce qu'on... Ah non. D'ailleurs, j'irai les vendre ces trucs de merde.
Okay.
Ah, je suis refait.
Now that we're at full strength, we must devise a way to compromise Victor's popularity at the Assembly.
I've got a lead. There's this grizzled old general who's been bitching about the lack of info he gets about Aurora. Right now, he's the only one with the balls to call Victor the Dictator incompetent. According to him, the Aurora Dowser's down shit creek and may have been booted off his post. If we can prove that General is right and isn't just some senile old man, maybe the Army's head honchos will be pissed enough at the Colonel to kick his buns in the sun.
We would need hard evidence.
I'm almost positive that Dandolo can help us. Noctis sends merchants everywhere, after all.
We also have some connections with Technomancers over there. They should be able to tell us what happened.
We could try Anton. Aurora's a little far, but there's no place that's safe from Anton's little birds.
It's a start.
Even if abundance is run from the top down, members of the Assembly would pay attention to uprisings. Some of your local allies could help you stir up some anger in the masses. The ASC has made their lives miserable for months. People are arrested on a whisper, live huddled in fear. It would not take much to spark the powder keg.
It's a good idea, but we can't influence entire populations by ourselves. We'd need allies hidden among the people.
Back when I was an artist, I got into some altercations with Assembly members who thought my shows were blasphemy. Maybe it was because I didn't say "Hail to the Shadow" 50 times. I can't say for sure, but if we could get them to think that Victor isn't a devout believer, we could get the large religious sect of the Assembly to revoke their support and demand his banishment. Or we could just give them a little nudge in the right direction by making them believe Victor steals relics for his own use.
We'd have to stage an elaborate setup, and I like it. After all, Trickster must get what he gives. We'll need volunteers that can pretend to be ASC. The plan is right up Anton's alley. It's possible for Dandolo or the opposition to help us out too.
One last thing. I was told the High Judge endorses all of Victor's decisions, even though I know for a fact that he hates him, which is more than a bit strange. The judge is such an honest man.
Or if you're in the mood to make a scandal, I've got everything we need. Did you know that Victor employs young women to worm out information on men he keeps tabs on? And I'm not Victor, but I have a feeling he used that info to blackmail these same men. If we can prove it, the Assembly would have a major meltdown. Their beloved colonel, a pimp? To find evidence of his trafficking, we could look for the orders he gave his goons. Have you seen his hands? Far too immaculate to be doing this dirty work himself.
If Anton's letting it happen on his territory, there's probably some kickbacks in it for him. So, since he's not gonna help us, we need to gather first-hand intel ourselves. I could start asking former prostitutes, but back in my days as an officer, I ran into a band of girls, and I think this exploited girls topic may interest them. Maybe enough for them to help us.
Indeed. How's this? I've heard that a small faction of the Assembly blindly backs up Victor, no matter how crazy the project is. So I believe it almost certain that their chief of this faction was bribed. So unless we bribe him ourselves, we'll have to silence him.
It's not ideal, but I have no way of finding out what dirt the ASC has on that man. We'll have to go without his support, and hope we can get enough voters elsewhere.
All these ideas will indeed cut off Victor from his support network.
But
this is going to sound self-interested, but if we could help the mutants escape from the pen, it would expedite the Colonel's downfall. The people and the Assembly would be outraged to know that after decades of civilized control, Victor was the one who couldn't keep them in check. I'd like to see the Colonel try to justify his mistake of so many slaves, particularly ones notorious for their feeble minds.
no, it's not selfish. It's a good plan. We're gonna help mutants in the pen prepare their escape. After a mass breakout like that, his reputation will never be the same. Thank you, all of you, for the ideas. Now let's make them happen.
Un sacré bordel, hein. Ouais, bah voilà, comme par hasard.
Hi.
Zachariah, to what do I...
I got your well taken care of. No more
A man of your word. Take this. And if you have more... A serious matter has come to my attention. Our observers in Ophir report that a mutant group there now faces execution. Punishment for refusing to complete their tasks.
Probably fixing the city's shutters. Aurora's attacks blew a hole in Ophir's roof, considering how important it is to get it fixed.
Humans hurt other humans and mutants face death. Yes. Well, they are being held apart from the rest. They must be safe.
I'll do what I can. Can't guarantee anything, though.
Your best is better than our nothing.
Bon alors, un sacré bordel là. Hein. Sourcier de roi.
Greetings, Zachariah.
Rumor is Aurora's dowser was deposed. I need to know it's more than rumor, though. If it's true, we might be able to convince some members of the...
Even though I don't like the idea of continuing the conflict between Abundance and Aurora that has caused so much suffering. If it's what... I have a few contacts among Aurora's Technomancers. They're not quite brothers, but they're at least like cousins. And I've heard their messengers nearly always follow one particular... Let me show you. This one here. If you go, you may be able to stop one of their couriers. If the news you're expecting is as important as you say, I'm sure it will be in the documents they are carrying.
Thanks, Melvin.
Combien d'uniformes de l'ASC? On va les faire une par une déjà. Hein. Non, je sais pas. Attends, elle est dans mon coffre.
Zachariah, I've received a
Quoi?
message from Dandolo. He has some information on the disappearance of Patience.
Really? Did he learn where he was taken?
The ASC had him locked up in an old dome near Ophir. In his message, he says that it's a dome that Technomancers used to use. Does this sound familiar to you?
Hard to forget. Yes. That's where initiations would take place before a mantis destroyed everything. We'll have to go free him. The place must be teeming with soldiers fighting for Victor. But we can't leave the old Technomancer in their hands.
Voilà, allez au vieux dôme.
for my plants again.
Yes, all thanks to Phobos' human friends.
J'en ai qu'un. Alors, on va prendre ceux qui sont sur les ennemis. Bien. Pas fait ma sieste.
Square one.
Damn, that's weird. But I thought the dome was in ruins. So then, where'd they put that old geezer?
There should be a few standing structures next to the ones that collapsed, unless they've already started clearing the rubble.
That sounds like bad news.
It would be. There were secrets in those ruins. I would rather have stayed buried, especially from the ASC.
That's the problem with secrets. All that time spent worrying about someone finding out, it's a burden that turns into a habit, that turns into obsession. I know you're just as scared about what's in the dome as what patience might reveal. I just hope the old man's still holding on. He's as stubborn as an unfed ostrich. But I don't know if it'll be enough in the hands of the ASC.
Poor Patience. He thought he was finally safe in Noctis. Instead, we threw him straight back into Victor's arms.
What do you mean? We saved him from that camp.
It's just, we must have attracted the attention of Victor's spies when we asked Dandolo to keep an eye on him. He was supposed to be just another nobody in Noctis, but our request ended up selling him out.
These thugs, more like cavemen with bigger sticks, don't understand respect, science, age, or knowledge. Any problem they can't solve, they'll use torture. What's 2 plus 2? I don't know. Let's torture the mathematician and find out. Ugly brutes. If they take power in abundance, they'll turn it into a Darwinistic jungle. A whole group of psychopaths, wanting to take control of everything through mindless violence.
Sounds like this story hits close to home.
It's true. I understand what that poor Technomancer must be going through. The pain. So, I hope we find him soon.
We'll have to be careful. The place must be teeming with troops. And as much as I believe in the honest run and gun, if they hold patients hostage, our rescue plans might have to be a bit more sophisticated.
You're right.
What is that place? Never heard of it.
Technomancer's museum and library, where we used to do all our initiations. Kept all our knowledge.
So what? Then the ASC destroyed the dome?
No, I did. During my initiation, a giant mantis somehow snuck in, and obviously a fight broke out. And you can imagine what followed.
At least you got out alive, no?
Oui, j'étais passé par là, moi. Début du jeu. Donc là, il n'y avait rien, juste des ennemis. Hein? Quoi fouiller? Super. Hop, 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 hop. Voilà, et ça ameute tout le monde, hein. Dès que tu te fais repérer par un gars.
My